Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we're going to talk about November 2015's monthly report. We're going to go over all the notes from the accomplishments that CIG and related studios have done for the month, but also we're going to look at what they've done in their various departments, maybe on what they're working on now or the near future. This is a breakdown of the monthly studio report that CIG publish monthly, but it can be a bit overkill to read, and with the recent release of Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 on the live servers and 2.1 promised to us before the end of the year, this report is going to be 2.0 heavy. In CIG Los Angeles, formerly the Santa Monica studio, engineering has been working on programming the new EMP weapon and implementing its various effects on its targets. Server stability has been markedly increased for the PTU 2.0 when it was being worked on. They're integrating the new item system 2.0 into the code development branch for future releases after 2.0. They're fine-tuning the new flight modes for the IFCS. There's also a new tool that they've been using called the loadout editor that saves them time and is more precise when designers want to edit loadouts of items, characters and vehicles. The design department has been working on the Constellation tech setup and finishing it for the 2.0 release. They've been retrofitting many of the legacy ships with the new component system, so the 300 series, the M50, the Avenger and the Gladius so far have all been retrofitted for the 2.0 release. They're working on the salvage and repair mechanics and also running EMP systems through tests with Q&A teams and trying to fine-tune their effects. The art department have been designing a unique style for light and medium UEE armour and the marine undersuit. They've been creating game assets for Mark Hamill's character's spacesuit. The concept team has been creating a variety of style guides to help ships and brands in-game be recognisable at a glance. The Misk Reliant is being grey-boxed and getting close to becoming flyable, with the modelling of its cockpit, cargo area and exterior tail. The Caterpillar has re-entered concept stages with the want to push her into production soon. Writing. So they've been combining galactic guides to bring them more in line with the star map and star map info. They've been fleshing out landing zones and characters that live in those particular landing zones or areas. And they've been organising the clothing system to make it feel robust, versatile and expandable. For Squadron 42, they've also been confirming exactly what scenes and audio has been shot. In the CIG Austin studio, the Persistent Universe team have been doing a variety of different things. The art team has been focused on several different environments. They've been optimising performance for the 2.0 release. They've given Nick Stelmar Levski landing zone environments their first pass on VFX and lighting. The Kasaba clothing outlet stores received a polish pass, and lighting for the environment has also been wrapped up. They've been working on some Squadron 42 concepts, developing the gigantic star map poster which is going to be available in digital and physical form. They've been retargeting the male animations to female skeletons. They've been working on the female character animations in general, and they're looking forward to the initial NPC AI release, implementing the medical unit and nightclub animations so that the NPCs are more alive. They are prepping several ships for launch, focusing at the moment on the Vanguard, Freelancer, and Jean. I'm changing the way I say it from Xi'an to Jean because Chris Roberts says that. Working on blueprinting shops for Levski and exactly what they're going to be sold in those shops there. They're also looking at fleshing out space in between planets and stations and other major areas so that space feels more alive. They're fixing and getting the party system into a actual usable major feature state. And they're working always on persistence, because their first goal at the moment is to get character customization and shopping persisting across gameplay sessions. The live operations in Austin have been doing a variety of different things. They've been doing masses of work with 2.0 Alpha getting PTU builds ready for live. The PTU is now going to be used as a true test environment, with more builds being deployed more regularly in early stages. The PTU is not going to be for the faint-hearted, it is going to be for hardcore testers. So they are going to fully automate various editor tests as well. There's going to be lots of logs that they've examined and bugs being fixed, and basically that's what they continue to do in the QA section of live operations. Game support, they're getting a Discord, well, they have got a Discord up for the PTU testers and collected a variety of information from Reddit, forums and other mediums, pushing information out to testers, generally assisting in the management of playtests and coordinating with the production, QA and live ops teams. IT operations and live ops, they've had to move servers and all their IT equipment to the new office. This is a lot of work. They've greatly improved storage performance, wireless networking, and revamped the phone system in the new office. And a lot of work has been going into improving publishing efficiency and reducing downtimes, allowing the PTU, for example, to get into players' hands much more quickly. In Foundry 42 UK, the animation team have been getting the locomotion sets, the look poses, stop starts and other character animations up to shape for the FPS portion of the game. Graphics, it's all about 2.0 at the moment and getting it into the hands of the backers. That's what that studio's been doing a lot of last month. And it's paid off because it's in our hands. They've been fixing a variety of crossfire and SLI issues, level of detail issues, shadows, and many, many, many more bugs and issues. They've also been optimizing CPU performance and bottlenecking. They also talk briefly about user.cfgs. Editing can tweak more performance, but it might not be the best way. They're going to write a quick guide in the future on visuals and performance too. Engineering. General performance and bug fixing for 2.0 has been handled by the engineering team. They've also been working on a couple of apps for the mobiGlas that we have now, the Mission View app and the Journal app. All that data there for tracking the missions and also just general like emails that you get. Working is continuing on the new component system as well. The QA team, as with all the other QA teams, have been heavily focused on PTU builds and getting 2.0 on the live servers and into our hands as quickly as possible. Though they've also been getting the Starfarer and Sabre much closer towards being hangar ready. The Vanguard is also in its last couple of cycles of production to be flight ready. Art-wise, they've been working on defining the freelance interior, rocket launchers, and method of entry and exit. They've been working on the Shubin facility for Squadron 42 storyline areas, and set dressing concepts have started for Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie stations around Crusader, so that they can add some personality to them, or at least more personality to them. Generally, polishing and finishing off the various effects for 2.0 has been going on, and they've been getting the ship component pipeline locked down, but it still needs some polish for a gold standard. Ships-wise, production on a few ships is being pushed forwards. The Freelancer has been receiving a makeover, and it will be flight ready very soon. Design-wise, they have the Squadron 42 game world map now put into the large world system for the first time. AI is coming along well in their test map, and they've begun optimizing AI and players so that they can have more in the live build. Audio at the UK studio, well, there's been a lot of additions to 2.0 in terms of audio. Mission flavour, datapad audio, black boxes, distress beacons, the Crusader security, and in general, just a load of extra sound effects like the EMP. They've been working on creating sonic identities for each ship and manufacturer, and they're still currently working on prototyping the sound of ships' power plants. And they're generally planning to provide a much richer ambient soundscape to Star Citizen. Over at Foundry 42 Germany, cinematics-wise, they've been working on finalising environmental art for the UEE MacArthur Skydock, a location for an early scene in Squadron 42 that features Admiral Bishop. And they made that public teaser of Lieutenant Commander Steve Oldman Colton as he climbs into his Gladius. Engine-wise, they finalised the WAF build system integration, which dramatically cuts build times and allows code analysis runs. They've helped stabilise and optimise the 2.0 release. in the process of implementing an automatic crash and information collector at the moment, and they've been working on cryphysics to improve the control of zero-G and the stiffness of the arms and legs, rather than trying to improve it, trying to make it look more fluid. Audio code. So they've spent some time rewriting the CryEngine's area manager, which is responsible for area-based audio and ambient sound effects. Animation code-wise, they've been cleaning up the aim-IK system, which is the foundation for the first and third player shooter experience, but they've also been improving the method of like eye stabilization when you look in extreme directions. TechArt have been designing and building tools like Character Picker and Animation Binder to make animation pipelines more efficient. The build team have been working on try-build to allow them a more efficient code build in the future. AI, they've been working on a lot of FPS AI stuff, focusing on the first-person shooter combat scenario and behaviours of the enemies. They've created a token system that will allow the AI to coordinate their behaviours and decisions. These will allow them to react to players, events and other AI, and will be used for generally FPS and ship behaviours. Iterating with the AI controlling multi-crew and getting specific crew to fulfill certain tasks or roles is another major focus too. Design-wise, there's been a lot of work on the power distribution system for ships, stations, and power piping in general. Power management for anything in-game will use the same systems, the UIs and the logic. Life support systems have been going through a similar process as well, looking towards depressurization effects, dynamic breaches, and how atmosphere compositions may affect your gameplay and environment. Working on the inventory management system and how you'll loot, how you'll reload weapons, how you'll change loadouts is all being worked on. Designs on new weapons, both ship and FPS related, are being written up at the moment. They are moving forward with prototyping modular environments that will be used to build up procedurally generated stations and similar areas. They're also prototyping a basic version of the power management system and all of its components to see how it will impact the game. VFX have been working on the EMP for the Warlock. There are several action states that weapon needs to go through, and they all had to be coded and implemented. Weapons-wise, they've been working on the Size 4 Death Ballistic Gatling Gun by Apocalypse Arms. This is the first weapon that will use the multi-layered shader system and serves as a gold standard for weapons in the future. The Moon Collider Studio have been working on ship formations and getting AI to keep their ships in formation. The system is robust and easy for them to use, but also keeps the formations looking organic rather than all glued together. The ships will all attempt to keep formation but will avoid obstacles, and some ships obviously might have different speeds and maneuverability than others, but they'll try and keep up. It's all quite clever. There's been some work with triggered events and death spirals as well. They've made improvements to their inspector debugging tool, and in the near future they'll be aiding in the 2.0 bug fixing effort. The Behaviour Studio have polished the Million Mile High Club, ready for release. They've finished the whiteboxing of Nix with its shops and their locations. They've integrated future subscriber flare items and are planning the next big collection currently. There's lots of advancements on the new clothing store maps. They've ironed out the design for the shopping and shopping interface. They've been overhauling the Revel and York hangar to welcome the Starfarer. They've also revisited Levski to do an art quality update and to finalise or optimise the map. Lots of work has been done on 2.0 as well to stabilise various new features like the Moby Glass, the elevator terminal, Port Olisar shipping spawn terminals, and the party system UIs for all the new multi-crew ships in 2.0 as well. And they were also working on making the holotable more user-friendly and accessible from Port Olisar in the large world map 2.0 in the future. The Turbulent studio has been working on the back-end support for events like the Anniversary Sale, store ships and the CCU system, and has expanded the capacity of their servers. The Unmelt tool, which is called the Pledge Buyback, will be available very soon via My Hangar. Working on refreshing the look and feel of organisation invitations has been another focus of theirs. They're also working on Orgs 2.0 and looking at the features that might have, like microblogs and communication tools. They're also working on refreshing the subscriber section of the website, and there will be more data being added to the star map in the future. And that concludes the November monthly report. If you want to read the full report, then check out the link in the description. Our notes on the monthly report are available in audio, video, and article format for your convenience too. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me, guys. And also check out our Star Citizen weekly review articles updated daily for more information about Star Citizen. And I will see you in the verse.